Hi there, Aries. Healing Grasshopper here to do your last week in September reading, the 23rd to the 30th. Okay. Five of Wands is the conflict card. Can also be competition. Doesn't need to, it doesn't necessarily. uh, Could also mean like rigorous discussion and that kind of thing. I'll see if that's reversed in a moment. The Magician. Okay. So the Five of Wands can't be that bad after these two cards. Reversed? Not reversed. So you've got, it's almost as if this is like competition makes you rise to the challenge, right? Five of Wands is called the conflict card, but if you really look closely at the card, nobody's really fighting. You know, some of them almost look like they're celebrating, like they're enjoying themselves. Sometimes this can be a marker for fights and conflicts, but most of the time, this is like friendly sparring. Like, no one's getting hurt here. There are no losses, like some of the other cards with like the Five of Swords or whatever. This is just a bunch of people just kind of flexing and testing their strength, right? Which brings you to the Magician here, which is about manifestation and utilizing all of the gifts that the universe has bestowed upon you, right? Because that's what this depicts. You have all of the gifts that the aces offer, the pentacle, the cup, the wand, the sword are all there at his disposal at this table. Um, so and he's confident in his ability to utilize them. You know, very, very powerful card, especially next to this. I love to see this with the Five of Wands because it talks about growth from competition or like manifestation, like something grows out of it that makes you, a better person in the end. And it doesn't necessarily mean at anyone's expense either. It's just engaging with these people made you somehow a better person. And you tell me how this manifests in your life. If you don't feel it yet, by the way, let the week develop first because a lot of you are watching this before the week starts. So, um, yeah, let's see what our next three cards are. Thing is, guys, that we are all light workers here. I attract light workers. This is a channel for light workers. I like to think of myself as a beacon for light workers. Okay. So part of our job is to bring the light, right? We, just by being ourselves, can shed a little bit of light on others' shadows and help them ascend, even if it's by a few like metaphorical inches, you know, even in the tiniest ways, we can leave impressions on others and engaging with them. This could be as little as telling someone that they look pretty, you know, saying good morning to someone and smiling at them, you know, and then unconsciously or at some level feeling the warmth of your aura. That kind of thing is what I'm getting from this card here. This is reversed? No. Okay, good. Reversed. No. Okay, so we've got Ace of Wands here, which is exactly what I'm talking about. This is divine action under the Five of Wands, supporting what I just said. This is like the universe is behind you in these interactions that you're having with other people, in bringing high vibration to any situations that you come across, even the unpleasant ones. It's like somehow you're able to make it a little bit better. Not, fix it and make it perfect because that's not our job. Our job is to shed light on other people's shadows. And by the way, we're not going to get too far into this. Sometimes that can be very, very irritating to other people's spirit, right? If they are low vibrational, shedding light on their shadows is, you know, you're not going to get a positive result from that. You know, they're not going to like you and not understand why type thing. Um, that's not the direction that I wanted to go in, but for those of you who are new to who have just discovered that they're light workers, because we all discover it at some time in our lives. I discovered my light worker role 10 years ago. I discovered that I was indigo 10 years ago. And a light bulb went up on me and was like, wow, I get it. So those of you who are just stepping into that role, welcome. It's not going to be an easy one, though. Anyway, um, the other thing that you need to know about me is that I am the queen of tangents. So let's get back on track here. Knight of Wands is about receiving the wand from the divine and running with it. This is like, thank you, Spirit. I value this one that you gave me. I'm going to do my best to um, do the good work here. We'll see if that's reversed in a moment. 10 of Wands, the Devil. Okay. I'm not surprised to see the Devil there at all in this vertical line. The Devil is pointing to exactly what I just said about shedding light on other people's shadows, right? The devil is all about those shadows. That's where the devil lives, lurks in the shadows, right? and does whatever he can to keep those shadows in the dark and grow them. Whoops. Ten. Two of Wands. Page of Cups. You know what, guys? Those of you who are new light workers, like just found out you're a light worker, indigo, empath, that kind of thing, shout out to me, please, in the comment section. Okay. Um, just say new light worker here, new empath here. Just for those of you who just want to cut it short. But you want to attach a story to that, that's great. I love to hear your stories and I love to engage with you. In the comment section, I answer every single one. So, okay. Neither of these reversed. Not reversed. Okay. Okay, so Ten of Wands is talking about that this really is a light worker reading. I am willing to bet dollars to donuts that I have a lot of new light workers here because it screams light worker. This is um this is the universe telling you that, here's the enthusiasm here, like, thank you, spirit. I'm going to do my best to do you proud, right? And I'm going to go forth and shed my light type attitude. But Ten of Wands is like, okay, but we're not promising you a rose garden. It's not always going to be fun. Sometimes it's going to be difficult. If you go into this with that attitude, none of it's going to be that difficult. It's like expect the unexpected, right? Take the bad with the good. The difficult things, you're just going to ride through it and know that spirit's helping you. You'll get through it. And you're going to get to the good stuff at some point. See, he's overwhelmed, overburdened here with wands, but he's almost to the castle where he has comforts and a banquet and lovely things waiting for him. It's not that long of a journey that he has to walk with this bundle. Oh, not reversed. All the devil is saying here is exactly what I said, and I explained that already. But this is the devil is what we are working to transmute here. Right? We have divine light within us that is designed to shed light on the devil's darkness. So, and that is something that we shouldn't take for granted. We should remind ourselves in every situation, especially in an adverse situation, because even light workers are tested, right? We're human. Things can anger us, things can annoy us, things could, conflicts or certain confrontations can drag us down into a low vibration. But we've got to remind ourselves in every situation that we are divine actors here. And we are working for the divine, not the devil. So, Two of Wands is your choice. Are you going to choose to stoop low? Or are you going to stoop Uh, or are you going to rise above? It's your choice. You have free will. Page of Cups is focusing on your dreams, which the divine supports. So it's kind of like, say you're building a business, but you come across a lot of um you know what? I just thought of like real estate investors. It's very difficult, probably anywhere in the country, but I'm from New York. In New York, it's very, very difficult trying to get like uh properties at auction because there are a lot of dishonest people who work in groups to hoard the properties and not let any newbies in. It can be that kind of thing where um, you come into a situation and you want to, you have the urge to, you know, utilize your middle finger and argue with people or whatnot, but instead sitting down in the audience of the auction talking to, this is a really weird analogy, but it's just what spirit placed in my head just now. Instead of, arguing with those people and accusing them, I know what you're doing and blah, 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 blah. You're going to sit there with spirit and know that spirit's going to help you get whatever it is that you want to do done, right? Therein lies the choice. You can engage in the conflict or you can, believe in spirit and focus on your dreams. The Seven of Pentacles is again, let's see how, it fits in here with the Ten of Wands, where it's like sometimes you're going to feel like you're spinning your wheels, which is very simple. When you feel that way, speak to your guardians. And there are tons of angels and guardian angels for you to go to as well, right? So it's like you feel like you're spinning your wheels and you're getting nowhere. Paphiel is a very good angel. Sandalphon, there are so many angels that can help you with this feeling here. Lovely. Not reversed. We've got the Four of Wands. This is you, Four of Wands here. You can turn a conflict into a celebration. That doesn't mean that you're going to turn everyone into your fan, but it does suggest that you do have the power within you to elevate any situation that you're in. And again, not completely fix it, but raise the vibration. We'll see if that's reversed in a moment. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups talks about having faith in your journey forward and understanding that there are seasons in life and that there, I don't know if you hear that siren pretty loud. It's a fire truck. It's very distracting. Okay, so that there are times when it's time to go and move on to bigger and better things. And this is you feeling intuitively that it's time to move forward. Oh, wait, this is reversed. I'm holding the pendulum, but I'm looking at the card and not really paying attention to what the pendulum is telling me. It's reversed. Okay. Okay. So, what this is saying then is that there might be a little bit of baggage left from the past that you haven't quite let go of, which is not surprising because most of the collective is in different stages of this. We've all had to shed some baggage. Um, and some of the collective are finished with that, and others are still working through that. This says clearly that you're still working through that. I don't think that there are any areas that you're unaware of in your life. Maybe 2, 3 years ago, it might have been like that. Things that were toxic in your life that you hadn't really um, realized were as toxic as they were. Um, and, at some point, there's a eureka kind of revelation like, wow, this is not good. I really need to get rid of this in my life. That's not what this is. This is kind of things that aren't really the greatest for you, but they've been around for so long that you don't really see yourself, you don't really realize that the season has ended kind of thing. This is very much like a job that you've been in for 20 years or a marriage or some kind of relationship that you've been in for a very long time and you're just used to those things in your life. And it's like you can't imagine not having them in your life type thing. But Spirit is saying there are some of those things, and I'm pretty sure that most of you know what those are, that you're really going to need to examine and really understand that they're overburdening you, that they're weighing you down. Ace of Pentacles is talking about, are these ours? Both? Okay. Ace of Pentacles is talking about the potential for abundance and that the divine wants to deliver it to you. Um, but it's in a diagonal with the Eight of Cups reversed, which is, you know what I'm going to say, right? You're going to need to get rid of that baggage because it's weighing you down getting to your blessings. Listen, and now Spirit is putting another image in my mind of my own life. Spirit will do that every now and then too, actually pretty often. We'll pull out stories of my life to relate to you. Uh, I'm gonna sanitize it as much as I can because it's really not the nicest of stories. Um, A few years past, I had a profound betrayal. Um, it was shocking. It was a betrayal by someone that I had known since childhood. Really, one of those people that you would never imagine that you would have to part from. Everyone has, it's kind of like finding out that your mother is a serial killer or something. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like someone that you absolutely trusted with your life who betrayed me in the most awful way. Um, to the point, by the way, that, you know, they weren't just doing it to me, they were doing it to other people, and they actually went to jail for this. It was really awful for me to find out. But I was doing a lot of readings for myself and listening to readings on YouTube and having friends read for me. And before I knew that this dishonest person that I'd known for a long time was doing what they were doing, I kept getting um, wishes denied readings. And there were even like none of my advice cards that I know of have those cards, but some of the oracles will have wish granted, wish denied. I was getting a lot of wish denied. I mean, a lot of them, guys, where I was really getting upset. Um, and I was like, I don't understand. Why is God denying my wishes? Because I had someone stealing from me, right? God was like, I'm not giving you any more with this dishonest person in your life. You understand? So that's what this is talking about here. This is, you have failed to walk away from something that is bleeding you dry. So why on earth is, it's like spirit is waiting to give you something, but they're like, not with that person around. You understand? You need to let them go. And I know you know who they are. You're going to be okay. I promise. And by the way, when I first found out, it took me, I would say, about 3 months to really fully absorb it and to really realize that I needed to let go. Because there were many, many weeks of spinning my wheels with, oh my God, what am I going to do with this? Really? Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like, the simplest answer, which was walk away, was just like paradoxical to me. Like I could not, it did not compute at all. Until finally I was like, I understand now. Yes, this person was a staple in my life in the past, but the season is over. It's time to walk away now. You guys have got to do that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. As soon as you do that, there's going to be joy in your life. And that's another thing. When you're spinning your wheels in this energy, you can't imagine yourself in a better place without this. Like, I can't live. Yes, you can. You'll be fine. I promise. The divine promises. Yeah, we need one more, at least one more. Spirit, please. Page of Pentacles, you see? So this here, the Seven of Pentacles is like doubts. You're doubting whether your efforts are going to be fruitful. This is as soon as you have faith in where the divine is leading you, you are going to start to see results. But you have got to unstick yourself before you see these results. Okay, guys? I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the comments. You can be very sure that I will be answering you. Um, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss future videos. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. And so many of my viewers are not subscribed. It does really help me, and I would appreciate if you took a half a second to click on the subscribe button. It costs you nothing but means the world to me and really helps the channel grow. So I thank you in advance. If you're really inclined to to help this channel grow, you can also look in the playlists that I've made. There is an Aries playlist that you can listen to, put on autoplay, and have as background noise as you're doing your daily tasks, even while you're winding down in bed, because watch hours are everything to help a channel grow. Okay? I'm assuming that this is your sun sign that you're watching now. What you may not realize is that your rising, moon, and north node signs are just as important to follow. Um, I'm sure that you'll find that they will bring you a clearer picture. In addition to your sun sign, if you don't know what those are, you can find out easily and for free online. Just Google, calculate my blank sign, find out what those are on one of the free websites, come back to the Healing Grasshopper channel and watch the corresponding videos. Shout out to all of my viewers, my English speakers, US, UK, Canada, and Australia. I see you in my analytics, and I really do appreciate your support. Thank you so much. The non-English speakers, Spanish, Portuguese, Filipino, and Indian, I really do appreciate you too. To the Hindi speaker that asked for me to dub my videos, thank you for the comments, and I have absolutely added that to my goals, but dubbing is very expensive. So what I ask of you is to stick with the channel, support the channel, help it grow. And as the channel grows and I'm able to afford it, we will get there together. Okay? Thank you for your support. Aries, I will speak to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings.